Hello, lovely Taurus. Welcome back, and thanks for joining me for your February general love reading, just in time for Valentine's Day, of course. And this reading is intended to resonate with Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. However, it cannot possibly be everyone's love story. So if it does resonate with you, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. And if not, you can check your other placements on my channel for other messages you need to hear. And remember, time, energy, and gender are fluid. So reverse roles however they apply to your story. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and tap the notification bell so you can catch future readings. So welcome back, my lovely Taurians. I have missed you all. I know it's been a hot minute since I've done zodiac readings, so I thank you, all of you who have stuck around through the dry spell and remain subscribers. I appreciate your love and support as always. If you're new, I would love to have you as a subscriber, so please be sure to check the description box below when you do. That way you can also check me out on social media and connect with me in other ways other than YouTube. So, of course, if you are resonating with this general reading, you can feel free to book a reading with me. And at this time, I'm offering some really great promotions for Valentine's Day and February in general. So that would be discounts on your love readings, your soul connection readings. And I'm also offering a special reading called Messages from Your Person, which I've not done before. So feel free to check those out and take 20% off of all of my Oracle decks that I've created, which are listed in my MakePlayingCards.com shop. And again, all of those links and everything you'll need are down below. So if you are not already a member of the channel and you enjoy the spicier content, which I kind of feel like y'all do, feel free to become a member of the Spicy Subscriber Society, as we do like to get down and dirty in our tarot conversations, which I think y'all might, like I said, enjoy very much, knowing how y'all are, you sexy things, you. So anyways, Taurus, let's get into your reading and see what Spirit has to say in regards to the overall energy of the connection between you and your person. So keep in mind, some of these messages could be for you, about you, or about your person. And as always, lovely cross watchers are welcome. So we're going to get into it with the romance angels and see what Spirit has to say in regards to the overall energy of this relationship, connection, whatever you want to call it. Oh, and I grabbed another card by accident, so I'm just going to go ahead and take it. So first, we've got finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. And reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Okay, so for some of you, the Mercury retrograde shadow has not finished with you yet. And then let's see what we've got going on here. Trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. So if this is about you, you could be struggling a little bit with money right now, or this could just be saying that you are so busy with work or putting your energy into your career that it's kind of affecting your ability to be open to a connection, to romance, or this could be your person, okay? This could actually be a work situation that is standing in the way of you and this person coming together, because if this is about someone coming back from the past, reconciling with someone, then the work situation could have potentially been the thing, right? To sever the connection or put you guys in a state of separation. Now, for some of you, this person is, oh my gosh, I was about to say this person could be in some sort of a third-party situation. I was going to say involving work, but with engagement popping up in the reverse, this person could have just recently got out of a committed connection or had some sort of an engagement broken. This could even be like a contract if they were previously engaged on some sort of project. Doesn't necessarily have to be like engagement for marriage, but it says here your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Now, since I was specifically talking about this person, like I said, I kind of feel like they've maybe recently gotten out of some sort of a committed connection, and maybe you've been waiting for this person to come back around around, which is why Spirit has been asking you to trust in the fact that this person will come back, okay? So, and look at that, right under that, we've got wedding in the reverse. So Spirit is being literal right now. They're like, no, this person just recently got divorced or separated, and ended some sort of committed connection, okay? Because if the situation involves marriage, then I have a feeling it might not any longer. If the finances and career issue has to do with separation and divorce, dividing the assets, going separate ways, selling that house or whatever, even selling a business. But overall, there's an energy of someone coming back around from the past. So if this is a third-party situation that was specifically involving a marriage or a committed connection, then this reading could be for you, okay? So let's get into the Lover's Path Tarot and see what the overall theme of this connection is. So if you haven't ever seen the Lover's Path Tarot, it's very unique. It's separated from major to minor arcana. The major arcana cards are the Fool's Journey, is basically a story of love's past. Okay, so famous couples of history that you probably already know most of these stories, but again, these themes are represented in the major arcana. Okay, so we're going to see what that theme is for you and overall what Spirit wants you to know about this connection. What do we need to know from the major arcana, please? I love how this one's like sticking out. So you have Cupid and Psyche, which is a story of twin flames, okay? Awakening. And this is the energy of the sun. So let's get another card too, because I'm feeling like there's a second part to this story. We have Abelard and Eloise, contemplation, or the hermit, okay? So for some of you, you could be dealing with a Virgo, and this person could be your divine masculine, since that is the energy of the sun. We also know that the sun represents positivity, optimism, new beginnings, not only just awakenings, but a promise of better days ahead, right? Positivity. If you had a question in mind, then it's a yes. The hermit, though, is like the hideout phase, okay? Crawling back in one's metaphorical hole and awakening from within. So maybe for your person, this hasn't just been an awakening, okay? But also a very deep period of silence, of awakening to one's own wisdom, because the hermit has all of the answers, okay? This is like remembering the energy of the high priestess. You've always had that wisdom within, but the hermit goes within to seek those answers, okay? So let's talk about what's going on here in the text, because I'd like to read you the story here that we have for Cupid and Psyche. So again, the sun, creativity, success, optimism, and even fertility. So Venus was jealous of Psyche's outstanding beauty. She instructed her son Cupid to pierce Psyche with his arrow so she would foolishly love the first creature she saw. But Cupid loved Psyche, so he rescued her and secretly took her as his bride. Psyche burned Cupid by accident when she tried to see him by lamplight, and the angered god flew away. Venus put forth many trials to Psyche when she pleaded for her forgiveness. Cupid and Psyche were soon rejoined, awakened to the preciousness of their love by its testing. So the theme of separation comes up. So if you have been separated from this person, Spirit is telling you that after a long period of contemplation, after long trials and tribulations, the sun is about to rise in this connection. There's been a major awakening here. I think your person could have realized that the situation that they were in, it wasn't doing anything for them. It wasn't making them happy. It wasn't who this person truly loved, okay? So in this specific story, I kind of feel like Venus is the karmic third party here, okay? Purposefully trying to create obstacles and things for these two lovers to overcome. It just seems so unnecessary and extra, right? And that's what these karmic partners like to do. But that's their job, okay? That is their purpose. Karmic soulmates are there to bring us through lessons and pay off our karmic debts, metaphorically, okay? So this message is not for everyone, but it's for someone. Don't ever be jealous or upset about a third party energy. I know that's easy to say, but at the end of the day, this person is actually doing the work for you, okay? Because, and I always say, you know, when you're talking about separation and then coming back and reconciling, coming into union after like going through so much, you want that person to come to you or come back to you in their divine masculine energy, their divine self. You don't want them coming to you and still having these tumultuous lessons to learn, right? You want them to be with you in their divine energy so that you can experience this sun energy. So I think that even if it's not just your person, it's probably both of you. You've both spent a lot of time keeping to yourselves, possibly going back into your hole, like I said, just contemplating. But of course, we're going to read the story of Abelard and Eloise too. This is like a story of like a forbidden love. So that could also be your specific situation, considering obviously if this person was married before, you know, some people feel certain ways. And, you know, I'm just going to say this. I personally don't want anything to do with someone who's married and trying to sidestep. And I understand that the twin flame journey kind of goes against all of these sort of things and forces us to break the barriers of those outdated rules and situations. But at the same time, there are lines and boundaries that we shouldn't cross out of respect, okay? And sometimes we need to step back and let people learn things for themselves and come to their own conclusions. And I kind of feel like that was a situation here. There was a very strong connection, okay? But there were obstacles. And unfortunately, those were obstacles that maybe you couldn't do anything about, right? So I think it's more your person that's been in deep contemplation trying to figure out what to do. So keywords here are withdrawal, introspection, and retreat. So Peter Abelard was famed as a brilliant theologian and teacher during the medieval ages. Abelard quickly became known for mastery of philosophical dialogue and independence of thought. He even went against church policy and took positions sympathetic to pagan traditions. However, it was his love for Eloise that caused the biggest scandal. The story of their forbidden love is set out in Abelard's 1130 book, The History of My Calamities. So typical Virgo energy, right? This dude, he's already breaking the barriers of the church. And for some reason, I think there was this energy of ego or the mind getting in the way because of these outdated sort of circumstances. Obviously, if it was a scandal, there was a reason, okay? So typical Virgo, like I said, overthinking, over-planning, over-punishing themselves, over-critiquing themselves. At the end of the day, this scandal, whatever it is, probably wasn't that big of a deal, right? And not to be callous or cold, Taurus, but people get divorced all the time, every day. People separate all the time. I mean, it happens. And not that it's not shitty, but it's just the facts of life. And I think at the end of the day, what this person is starting to understand, and maybe what you've already known all this time, is that these obstacles that y'all had to face, they really weren't that big at the end of the day, okay? So let's continue on and see what the Minor Arcana has to say in regards to this situation. What else do we need to know regarding this connection? Okay. So we have the King of Wands in the reverse and the Princess of Wands in the upright, okay? So we have Brunhild and Wotan. So I see the Princess of Wands as that first step, okay? Those first steps, or that spark even, where you kind of have that realization that things are about to start moving. Okay, this could also be a passionate message. So this could be your person actually wanting to reach out and share this new energy with you. But with the King of Wands in the reverse, I just feel like this is someone who, even though they have great passion, even though they have all the intentions in the world to come forward, I have a feeling that this person is kind of afraid, okay, to do so. But more importantly, this person is feeling blocked. So maybe there's an uncertainty here, or like I said, a fear here that keeps this person from actually doing what they want to do. And so it stays in this sort of, I'm hearing like a revving engine, okay? It's like the car's in park, buddy. Understand you got a lot of gas behind that pedal, but where is the actual motion, okay? If the King of Wands is showing up in the reverse, this could also be someone who is kind of flighty or just doesn't even know what they want. So interesting. We're going to elaborate on that though, because I do feel as if it's almost as if y'all started something that you weren't able to finish. So it's been like a pause in what you already know is going to be a passionate adventure, okay? And what this person probably already knows is what they deep down truly want to go after is this connection. So King of Wands in the reverse can also be someone who is very physically attracted to someone else, but doesn't really have what it takes to commit, okay? So again, going back to this whole theme of separation and this scandal, this could have started out as a very passionate and sexual or physical connection. But in the reverse is just telling me that it was one of those situations that maybe y'all couldn't act upon, okay? You couldn't act upon it, even though you really wanted to. So this could be someone who you've never actually dated or never actually been with. So let me know if that part's resonating, but let's clarify a little bit more and see what else Spirit wants us to know in general about the connection. Three of Pentacles could also symbolize a third party, but this could also symbolize a work situation. So Taurus, you could have met this person at work, but it's also about collaborating and teamwork in general, building a strong, solid foundation. Now, what I'm seeing here in this card specifically is someone looking very forlorn. So I see a tall tower and someone being left out. So Taurus, if that was you, if you feel like you were just kind of third wheeling in a situation where you were trying to build a foundation with someone that you feel is your person, but this person was already building a foundation with someone else, that can be quite difficult to deal with, okay? This could also be saying that if you guys worked together at one point, there could have been some collaborations or partnerships that you guys were involved in where you had opportunities to work together that kind of created this sort of energy, okay? So again, kind of scandalous to build a foundation with someone who's already in a foundation. So that third party energy popping up in the Three of Pentacles doesn't surprise me. And then we have the 8 and 9 of arrows, which to me, this spells dark night of the soul all over the place. So you can see there's a progression here though, okay? There's this very harsh energy of feeling trapped, of feeling like there's nothing you can do about a situation, no matter how much you're thinking about it, no matter how hard you want to move forward. There's so much doubt and fear that's keeping this person trapped and stuck, okay? And since we've got the engagement and the wedding card popping up in the reverse, and this seemed like a very specific scenario, this person could have been, okay, or could be still going through this sort of energy where they feel like they're stuck between a rock and a hard place, but they know that it's all in their mind, okay? So more of that energy of making something more of a big deal than it actually is, or making a mountain out of a molehill in their mind when really, you know, they're not stuck anywhere, okay? They're not in a cage of arrows. They could easily pick themselves up and quit crying and move forward. But this 9 of arrows coming right after it really seals the deal. Like, this person's losing a lot of sleep. This person could be even having nightmares about how to move things forward or what to do, what to say. And this could also be if they're going through some sort of a divorce, or hopefully, like I said, this is in the past tense. They could be trying to come out of this energy where they feel like they're stuck on a loop in their mind, okay? And you can see in this image too, she's still crying, but we've got this angel lifting her head, okay? And the suit of arrows is about Cupid and Psyche, okay? So Cupid comes to to liberate her in a sense, okay? To liberate her from her sorrows. So I kind of feel like Spirit's saying that whoever this is that's experiencing this energy, your angels are guiding this person, okay? So going through the dark night of the soul could also mean that this person has connected with their own guides and found their own solace in moving through their ego and their mind, okay? So let's go ahead and see what's to come for this connection and hopefully what's coming after this sort of negative, overthinking, overanalyzing type energy. So again, this whole contemplation sort of vibe here, it fits with this 8 and 9 of arrows. So what's to come? What does Spirit want us to know about what's coming? More arrows. Lots of fire in this reading. So very interesting. We have the 4 of arrows popping up, and then we have the 2 of cups in the reverse. So first, let's talk about this 4 of arrows, because I feel as if this is all about needing to heal, okay? So you can see these 2 are sleeping together, okay? They're resting. They are healing. They're rejuvenating their mind, body, spirit. This is a surrender to the divine, okay? Letting it just be. Whatever will be, will be. With the 2 of cups in the reverse, I feel as if what needs to be healed is this energy of separation, okay? Or the fact that there was a very strong soul connection between the 2 of you that you weren't able to act on, okay? So kind of going back to that same theme. 2 of cups is imbalanced love, okay? This could represent one person loving someone and the other not returning it, or this could be like a codependent sort of a love. Now, that's exactly what this person needs to heal from, especially if they're getting out of a committed connection. This could have been a situation where they desperately wanted an equal partnership, someone who understood their heart, their soul, but it was based on conditions, or it was a performative sort of a love. They need to heal from that first and surrender to this new path that they're on in order for this reconciliation to come about, okay? So let's get a couple more cards for what's coming. See if Spirit has anything else to say regarding that energy. Okay, I said anything else to say, and they literally gave me 4 cards. So we're going to work through it. All right, Taurus. So we have the 10 of coins and the Princess of coins coming up. So, and look, Danae. Okay. I feel like this person is walking away from a large sum of money, okay? Or again, walking away from this sort of a long-term commitment, but it's not because they don't want commitment. It's because they don't want commitment with this other person, okay? This other person that they've separated from, divorced. They want the 10 of Pentacles, but they want to build a foundation of their own, okay? So the Princess of Coins is a student. It's someone who is deciding to invest in themselves, someone who is starting out on building their own empire. So I kind of have a feeling that this could be what the both of you want, okay? This could also be representing your energy, Taurus, as this is Pentacles. So this could be what you've been working on, building your own empire, investing in yourself, maybe trying to take a course or go back to school even, or learn how to do something that's going to bring you abundance, okay? So let's put this down here. I'm going to try to kind of, I realize you cannot see all of the cards, but that is okay, hopefully. So we also have the 5 of arrows and the 2 of coins. Okay, so more arrows, but this is a dissonant energy. I see the 5 of arrows as really trying to hold it together, dealing with a lot of manipulation and even gaslighting. But overall, this person is wanting to change the dynamic in which they've allowed themselves to stay in, because I don't think this person is interested. You can see there's a walking away energy here, right? He's leaving. She's like, no, stay, okay? But he's like, no, I'm out of here, right? So whoever this person is, they got tired of the petty arguments and the bullshit, which is what caused them to want to build their own foundation. But it's requiring them to make a lot of changes, which can be very uncomfortable at times. But as you can see from the determined look on this guy's face, I kind of have a feeling that, again, we're changing from a situation where maybe there was a lack of love to now moving into passion, true love, connection, okay? So you can see the mountains are in the background, kind of foreshadowing a journey that this person has needed to go through to make these difficult changes, to make a difficult choice about maybe which person they wanted to invest in. So again, this is what's coming and the clarity of what's coming, which was the 4 of arrows and the 2 of cups in the reverse. So this person is wanting to heal from the past where maybe they didn't follow their heart and instead gave their energy, their love, their attention to a situation that ended up proving, okay, what love was not, showing them what love was not so they can be prepared to welcome in the changes of what love actually is, okay? So, very interesting. And bottom of the deck, we have the Princess of Arrows, so the Page of Swords. And it is the energy of Psyche. So, Psyche is the observer, okay? She's the observer, and she goes off of the knowledge that she sees, right? She sees this scenario happening, and instead of saying anything like what she wants to do, right? She wants to say what she wants to say, but instead of saying it, she lays back, okay? And she seeks answers on the sidelines. So I think that's kind of what you and this person have been doing in the past, is kind of keeping an eye on one another, doing your own sort of like research or investigative journalism on this person. You've probably been watching each other's social medias, maybe writing letters to one another and never sending them. There's this energy of wanting to say things, but knowing that it's probably better off to not. So maybe you haven't talked to this person in a long time, but they've definitely been watching you, and you've definitely been watching them. And you know how I know you've been watching them? Because you're watching this reading. So all right, Taurus, let's move into the True Love Oracle by Lilac and Lavender Moon and see what this person wants you to know about their situation. This could be messages straight from them, or this could be, again, more themes or things that they want you to know about what they're going through right now. Okay, so first out, we've got "You are the perfect verse over a tight beat." That's from Brown Sugar. So this person thinks you're perfect, okay? It's like they met you and all of a sudden this like cheesy ass soundtrack started playing in their head and they're like, wow, this must mean that they're the one, okay? And maybe they've searched far and wide for this sort of perfection. And obviously no person, no human is perfect, but you're perfect for them. And that's what they want you to know, okay? So guarded. So yeah, I would be guarded too if I just went through a messy divorce, or if I dealt with someone where we were constantly arguing, bickering, and just dealing with bullshit. I'd be guarded too. So I think they want you to know that even though they're wanting to come back and reconcile, they could be the ones asking you to have faith and trust in them as they heal and work through this old energy, okay? We also have romance, Noah and Allie. So talk about separation, okay? What was it, 7 years that went by, which is such a long time in retrospect. But 7 years, and the whole time there was Noah building that house, busting his ass. I kind of feel as if Noah is the divine feminine in this story, okay? Whereas Allie was the divine masculine, or the runner. So, you know, I think of that scene where Allie sees him in the newspaper, and it's that shocking tower moment of like, oh shit, I thought that this was over. I thought that this was done. And realizing like it was never over, okay? And that's exactly what she says to him on the dock in the rain. It was never over, right? Or he says that to her. She asks him, why didn't you write me? So again, there's kind of this theme of being in separation, but having this romance that lasts and lasts and lasts no matter what. So I'm scared of walking out of this room and never feeling the rest of my whole life the way I feel when I'm with you. And that's from Dirty Dancing. So, you know, this person is afraid of losing you. They're afraid that if they don't take this chance, if they don't come back in, that you could be gone forever and they would lose out on you, this perfect person, okay? We have Ross and Rachel meant to be, okay? So I love this episode. I kind of feel like this is one of my top 5 favorite episodes of the whole series, is when they get married in Vegas. And, you know, the whole 10 seasons, you just already knew from day one that Ross and Rachel were meant to be, right? They're each other's lobster. And it's just ironic that they would end up getting married when they were completely drunk off their ass. And we all know when you're drunk, you always say what you really mean and act how you really feel. So yeah, like having that moment happen mid-series was just such an epic twist of events. So that could be exactly what's happening. This person is realizing in a shocking twist of events that y'all are meant to be, okay? All of these circumstances they've been through have been leading them back to you all along. And then we have passionate. So we got old Brangelina over here from their Mr. and Mrs. Smith movie, which is kind of scandalous, okay? This was when Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt were married, and all of a sudden, Angelina Jolie was the new light of Brad's life, okay? And it's just, it was scandalous. And I remember my mom, y'all, just a side note, I don't know how y'all's moms are, but my mom grew up watching freaking telenovelas and soap operas and stuff. She's always like keeping up with celebrity gossip and things like that, which is something I don't really care about that much. But when it comes to Friends, I mean, I know everything about it, so obviously I'm going to know about this situation. But anyways, so I remember her being so pissed when she found out when she found out about Brad cheating on Jen. I was like, wow, you would have thought that Jennifer Aniston was her best friend in the world. And I guess that's such a great thing about Friends, is like no matter who you are, you do kind of feel like they're your best friends, or like you know them personally. And if you don't like the show Friends, then I mean, that's fine. But like deep down, I'm going to question you as a person, just saying. But anyways, Brangelina, passionate energy, okay? Mr. and Mrs. Smith rolling around on the floor shooting each other and shit. So this person wants you to know that they are aroused by you, they are passionate for you, which would make sense with this King of Wands energy in the reverse. And you know what? Now I'm hearing the word emasculated. So, you know, imagine like someone with amazing like stamina and passion, like King Ding-a-Lang, and then being with a partner who literally is just like, whoop, nope, nope, you know. And this person could have been trying to keep this old connection going for whatever reason. But if the passion's not there, if the zest isn't there, then what do you really have, right? And not to say that it's just about passion, right? Obviously, because eventually as you grow older and get more comfortable in your relationships, like the passion doesn't necessarily die, but it becomes more about the intimacy and the connection that you share with that person. So it doesn't have to be about passion as like sex is concerned, but passionate, intimate connection where you connect with someone like no other person around, okay? So let's get a message from Spirit. Let's get some advice and see what they would like to say in regards to this connection. We have maturity, okay? So clearly in separation, that's a big theme, right? Growing up, learning about ourselves, maturing from how we would handle situations in the past or from our lower selves compared to once we start to awaken spiritually and start to act from our highest self, our highest vibration. Okay. And as you can see, we've got this like spirit guide standing behind her. She's writing a letter. Okay. So on some level, spirit could be telling you that you and this person both needed to mature a little in order to truly grasp the depth of this connection. Okay. So I'm actually going to read a little bit from the text and see what else is inside of this message. And I opened it, and right after maturity is reparenting yourself. So again, this could have to do with not just issues regarding romantic relationships, but going even deeper into the past and dealing with childhood wounds and things like that. So an emotionally mature person knows that they are responsible for their own happiness, okay? So there could have been some blaming going on here. Maybe this person like blames that other person for not being able to go and experience their life. Maybe they felt held back by this person, or maybe this person even blamed you for coming into their life. Like, yeah, it's all sunshine and roses until it becomes a scandal, and then who's to blame, right? A lot of times, a person who's not very mature will tend to project or point the finger at someone else. So maybe that has occurred between you and this person, whether you realize it or not. But Spirit's telling you that maturity is a major factor in this connection here, okay? So it's saying here that you've drawn this card today because the universe wants you to experience real love, happiness, attractiveness, and security, not the false versions that evaporate the minute you're on your own. So again, not depending on someone else to make us happy, right? Finding that happiness within ourselves and not needing that validation from someone else. So take some time to contemplate your emotional maturity, write your feelings in a journal or meditate, and let your inner guidance show you where you can love, acknowledge, and support yourself more. So it says your beloved is there to complement and enhance your existing emotional maturity, to add to your life, and for you to be an asset to his or hers. So the sooner you're prepared to take responsibility for your own happiness, the sooner a loving partner will become available to multiply that happiness. So, Taurus, hopefully that reading resonated with you. And if it did, like I said, please comment below or send me a message. And if you feel like it did resonate, as I mentioned earlier, feel free to take advantage of the special promotions and savings going on this month. And other than that, I hope you'll have a wonderful Valentine's Day. I hope you enjoy the rest of Aquarius season and that y'all are staying safe out in them streets. I love you so much, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.